Hi everyone, it's V. I've had some people ask me questions about ULS, and I figure making a video will be the easiest way to help explain the how to navigate ULS and what it all encompasses. I know that I had to learn a lot of it through the ULS Facebook group, and it was through searching posts and posting questions and all that. So I figure, making a video with it all being in one place and with visuals would be a whole lot more helpful than, directing you guys through the ULS Facebook group. So here, this is the home page when you first log on to ULS. Here are like the breaking news stories that they would have. They always update these as news comes out. I notice that it changes almost daily or every 2 days. Down here, you have whatever it is that your school or district is subscribed to. So for me, Unique Learning System, News to You, and Symbol Sticks. So this one will just be kind of like a brief overview of ULS and navigating it and all of that. And then I'll probably make additional videos to get into more of the nitty-gritty of things. So here on the side, you have your menu button. Down here is where you can click to go to your monthly lessons. And how you access your monthly lessons would be under monthly lessons. And usually they'll put 2 months ahead. Right now it's kind of weird because it was summer, and then here we have September. I've been told that the new month usually gets released about 2 weeks before that month starts. So September just got released not too long ago. By default, it'll load the first option here, which is summer. If you want the next option, you just click on it. And I like to go through PDF, so I just click on PDF. And here you'll see like all the lessons that is in that particular month. And each month, it's the same type of lesson. So lesson 1 is always a leveled book. Lesson 2 is always the read and comprehend, and so on. But the themes do change. So if you look up here, they have a suggested monthly plan that you can click on. It gives you a suggestion to how to use ULS for that month. I've tried doing that myself, but it is a little overwhelming, so I usually really focus on the big hitters, such as the 2 main books that they have. So under lesson 1 and under lesson 3 are usually the big takeaways of the lesson. So here, if you click on it, you'll have the story here that will open up. Again, I did on PDF. iDoc is more just like interactive for like your smart boards and whatnot, if you want to do that, or you want to project it onto the whiteboards for your kids. But even then, with my projector, I still use it through the PDF just because I find the other one kind of glitches a little bit or it just moves a little too slow. So here they kind of do the framework for you, and questions that you can ask, and then the expectations that you can expect for certain levels of kids. So level 1, level 2, and level 3 would be more challenging. So again, these are all still, sorry about that, still lesson plans here. It's going down. Here you have the actual story. And then they also have a different level to the story as well. They have like your, I guess, typical level for ULS, and then you have like a more simplified level for, younger readers too. So a little bit more simple sentences, single sentences type of thing. So again, these are all just the story. I believe in this one they do have the story map. Yeah, so they have the story map down here that you can use. And then also just a choice board that you can also use to, that kids can, if they're not verbal, they can point to for their answer choices. So I'm gonna go back. Sorry if you can hear my computer dinging, because I'm getting messages in. So again, back in PDF. So you go down here, There's also more supplemental reading that ties into the theme for that month. So laws on the road or basic rules and all of that. So the theme is for this month is rules and how they help our communities. So I think there's a total of 30 lessons. I usually use the ULS lessons for, again, the reading, the sight words or the word wall activities, like the spelling and all that, and the sentence scramble. I really like that. The kids really like that one too. The editing, those are all really good lessons for reading and language arts. So back here, there is a science and social studies course. So ULS 1 month they might focus on social studies, and the next month will be a science theme, and they flip flop back and forth. I still like to focus a bit on science still, even if we're in a month focusing on social studies, because we still have to do science. But you can pick one of these topics to focus on as well, or something that might go along with the theme that ULS has already laid out for you. So rights and responsibilities might be a good one to go with this, although that's more social studies. But there are other science lessons in here that you can help supplement to fill in that science void, since the focus for that particular month might be social studies. Here under your topics, you can see what's the upcoming topics that ULS will cover. And up here is your different bands. So for me, for particularly on intermediate, so these are the 2021 school year. Unit 1, September, will be government. The next month, again, they're going to go to science. So it's physical science. Then go back to social studies. So they go back and forth. So you can see what units are coming up, so that way if you have mentor texts or read alouds or anything like that, or you want to look for brain pop videos and things to help supplement, so you'll know what's coming up. Let's see. Under News to You, there are a couple different things that you can do. Here's News to You is really great. So to backpedal a little bit, I focus on the monthly unique lesson about 2 weeks, and for some of my kids they're a little bit higher, so they usually grasp the concept a little quicker. So if I don't have any more to supplement to extend the lesson or the concepts, then I go into here and I can use current issues, and it's kind of like a mini ULS lesson. And there's usually 2 going on. I think they switch these up weekly or a week and a half or something like that. So, for example, if I click on Mulan, here is like the story. I think you can click on print, and you can put all pages. So you can see there's 21 total pages of like different activities that relate to this Mulan topic. And here after it loads, I'll show you that you can actually save it as a PDF to your Google Drive, so that way you can reference to it later. It'll be good to, like, have on hand if you need subplans or anything like that. It just takes a while too. And that's the other thing I don't like about this, is that it does take a while to load all this stuff. So up here you can see that it says save to Google Drive. So that's what I do. I save it to my Google Drive, and I made a little folder for it for News to You, breaking news. So I can save all the articles and whatnot in there, so that I can reference to it later if I need more. But you can see that what kind of activities and whatnot that they have in here. So here's a story about Mulan. And then it's really neat because it ties into social studies as well, no matter what the topic might be. They always have like place in the news. So Mulan, it's a story about a soldier from China. So they're going to cover, where does that story take place? So they'll cover a little bit of geography in there. So that's really neat. And then they'll always have like a recipe page. So I like to use the weeklies especially because the monthly lessons does have a recipe, but it's only for the month, so it doesn't change. So I use the ULS to help me, sorry, the News to You to help supplement that and to make it more fresh for the kids instead of like being repetitive or trying to find something else. So I try to keep it really thematic and streamlined for the kids. So it's really nice because it comes with the visuals and everything. So when I do this type of cooking lessons with the kids, I have, I project it and I have the kids tell me like what ingredients we need, how much of it, and all of that. So we help like, pull it all out. And I usually stand in, front of the class. And of course, I do the cooking because we're in elementary, so the kids aren't doing the cooking. And we look at the directions and, we follow along together. There's a joke page that you can do with the kids. There are games too that you can do. And then here's like a little review of, basic comprehension questions, WH questions that you can ask the kids for their understanding of the article that we just went over. My kids really love the puzzle page here, so it's good for like, reading and following directions. Also just penmanships too, because I gotta like try to stay in these little squares when they write their answers. Sometimes I have my kids do this. It just kind of depends on what the topic is, but it's nice that you have that option as well. And then so here's some like vocab words that you can display that, some kids might not know where China is or what China is and or what their flag looks like, etc. So that's news to you for the breaking news. And again, they update that I think weekly if I'm not mistaken. But you can also just print current pages. Let me see if I can get I think if we go back to home, sorry, it's been a little while since I looked up all of this, so still trying to refresh my memory on how to do this. I wonder if you go, no, that doesn't look right. Okay, so let's go back to news to you. Oops, sorry. Current issues. And there's one in here that they give you all the activities. Where is it? Home, today's weather. Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh, I'm blind. Okay, so you go under activities. Again, depending on which article you're doing, you just click on that. So here's Mulan. And then here are all the activities that goes with it. More than what I showed you on the previous screen. So they have like handwriting pages, writing language charts, activities, some more math. So this is like kind of almost like the ULS monthly lessons, except themed to whatever the article is for the news to you. So I really like this, especially if the kids are just over the monthly ULS. Again, mostly I just take about 2 weeks or so to go over the ULS monthly lessons, and then I supplement it with a news to you weekly lesson. So these right here. So it's really nice because there's science, there's more cooking, and then there's a craft that goes along with it. I'm running out of time, so I'll make another video, but I hope this helps, you navigate it and get a better understanding of what all is available on our unique learning system.